Hello, greetings, and welcome everyone to this news video. I am the Ninjaneer, and the topics we're covering today are many. Here they are. My thoughts on the ID buzz. Solar company canceled plans for facility in Colorado. Aptera update added, then removed 6 minutes later. Aptera pictures of body crate arrival. Steve Fambro shares how Aptera Solar works. Aptera suspension piece arrives. Aptera being sued by Zap Terra. My thoughts on the lawsuit. Aptera Accelerator email. Tesla erasing its own history, and things that I liked. Let's get started. So the ID Buzz American version is here, and the statistics for this vehicle are a little bit disappointing, if I do say so myself, as it touts itself as a road-worthy, a road-tripping vehicle. The range is a little lackluster, to say the least. I'm not sure what happened there, besides the fact that minivans are very, very inefficient because of all this drag back here. Yeah, I'm sure that they can improve that, or things of that nature, if they had gone for a little bit of something more roundy. That could have been a thing, but I think that would have compromised the space, so they went with a classic look that kind of is similar to the feel of the original Volkswagen minibus. So yeah, I like the look of it. I'm not a fan of the stats. So there was a solar panel maker that decided to cancel their plans for a factory. This Swiss solar panel company called Meyer Burger said it was scrapping its plans for a plant in Colorado Springs that was supposed to bring hundreds of jobs to the city. It was funny because I was kind of thinking about applying for a job here, so I was really sad to see that it was scrapped as a project. Also, the company in question, their stock plummeted precipitously after this announcement, which, I hope kind of motivates them to come back. I don't know. Like, there were a lot of things happening politically to make this not happen. Part of it was the fact that there were a bunch of people fighting this solar panel facility being built here. Yeah, for the nitty-gritty of that, I'm gonna let you guys check out the links that I have down below. So yeah, go ahead and do that. I'm not gonna go into the minutia or the details, but it was basically a bunch of hands pushing back against this solar facility being built. So yeah, that's the thing. Very disappointing in my opinion, because expansion of solar and solar technologies in Colorado Springs would have been a fantastic way of helping the people get more access to knowledge and skills that would be required in the future that will be very, very heavily reliant on being powered by solar and wind and that kind of stuff. So pretty disappointed to hear, but it is what it is. Alright, the newest Aptera update dropped, and before we get into it, I have to address the elephant in the room. Well, there are technically two elephants. We'll get to the first one and then the second one. Anyway, first elephant. They had a spelling mistake in their initial drop of the video. So I got through the entire video, watched it, commented on it, and then it disappeared. And then it came back. And then everybody was like, hey, why'd it go away? And Chris McCammon was like, yeah, so we saw a spelling mistake and we fixed it. So that's what happened there, in case anybody was wondering or did not see the message from Chris McCammon under the new video. But then the second elephant in the room, holy bananas, my man is doing something in the gym and it is paying off. Like, my man's got a gun show happening. Good job, Chris Anthony. Keep doing what you're doing, whatever it is, because yeah, good job, man. So yeah, the update itself talked about quite a few little bits and details as I skip along here. They talked about places that they've gone, the tour day something. I'm not going to say it again because I know I messed it up the first time. So yeah, the tour day something in California. They went there and passed out a ton of stickers and sunglasses and things like that. Among other things, they got their suspension parts. They talked about their seats that they are getting sourced now. All sorts of things are happening for Aptera. If I would be so bold, I would say you should watch that entire video. It's only 2 minutes long, and it has a ton of information packed into it that is very reassuring for Aptera fans out there. The next story that we're talking about today is the arrival of 2 large boxes from Italy containing the binks for Pi2 through Pi4. So they were able to stack those, and yeah, you see 2, 3, and 4, 2, 3, and 4. You can see the pieces very clearly for these Pi builds. So they've received all the components. They're putting them together. They say by the end of September they should have a body put together, hopefully a fully assembled Pi2, but you know, only time will tell. Yeah, so that's good times there. They are chugging right along. I am loving the progress and the updates as we go along. Just an unprecedented level of authenticity and transparency from a company that you would never get from pretty much anybody else. Continuing on that vein of thought, their chassis parts for Pi2 through Pi4 have arrived. You can see some swing arms here and let's see, some outer chassis pieces. Maybe that's the bracket for around the front of the Aptera. I'm not entirely certain what that is, but it looks really cool, and it's not production build apparently. These are forged, and the new pieces will be using a different method. I can't remember what the method was. Oh, sorry, these are milled. The new process is going to be forged. So these are milled pieces, and we have to wait to see the forged pieces. But yeah, either way it goes, they look beautiful. They are really neat, and I cannot wait to see the finished Pi2. Aptera sent out an email to the accelerators that I would like to read for you guys, or at least in part read for you guys, because it has to do with the slots and where we're going to end up when it comes to the accelerator program in the first few thousand vehicles. First and foremost, we want to express our deepest gratitude for your kindness and understanding as we meticulously review all Aptera accelerator investments. To ensure every investment is accurately matched, we are taking necessary time. As a result, the completion will extend into September. In the meantime, keep an eye out for exclusive sneak peeks into our work on our PI builds over the next few weeks. We are heading into September stronger than ever, and your positivity is what drives us forward. Yep. Oh, that was the whole thing. Thank you for your continued support, accelerators. So, long story short, they are saying that they have not figured out what places everybody is in just yet, and how they're going to put that together and compile the final list. So, they said, please be patient, and I am not a patient person, but I will be patient for Aptera. So yeah, that's the thing. If you're an accelerator, don't worry. They're still calculating, they're getting this together. We're gonna know by September, apparently, what our final places are. So, the Zap Terra Lawsuit, the reason why I'm covering this again, in spite of the fact that I already have a video on it, is because they have, on Reddit, they have assembled the exhibits for this complaint, as well as the complaint itself, which is basically all I was really waiting for. So I'm going to link this in the description of this video so you guys can go and actually check out the lawsuit as I have read it and as I have seen the exhibits. Like I said, it was behind a paywall before. It is now not behind a paywall, so now that you guys don't have to pay for it, I can link it. Ha! Alright, so anyway, that is a thing. Yeah. If you have not seen my thoughts on this yet, which, by the way, 2,000 views, holy bananas, guys. Thank you so much for all those views. I was not expecting that kind of reception, but Yeah, thank you guys so much for the views. If you haven't checked it out already, check it out. Long story short, if you just don't want to watch that video, I am not overly concerned, although I do realize and understand that assuming that something about this complaint is true, it could have a lot of different types of effects on Aptera. So just check it out if you want to hear the full thing. But yeah, long story short, I am not worried, but I do realize the gravity of what this situation could be. Alright, Drive the Lightning for the first thing that I liked. They put out a video that talked about how much is too much for the Aptera, the vehicle we all know and love. So I would say check that video out if you just want to hear some fun opinions and get some more context for their thoughts on the pricing of the Aptera. Alright, so for the second thing that I liked today, Engineering Explained put out a video that talks about how to maintain your electric vehicle battery. I honestly do not know how accurate these tips are because I have not had to take care of an electric vehicle's battery yet, but when I get my Aptera, it will be my first EV, and I will make sure to try these things out. And from what I'm seeing of the research that he did, they are the most accurate things that you can do to keep your battery healthy. So here it is in the video. So yeah, check it out if you are going to be new to EVs and don't want to have an issue with your battery sometime in the future. I would say check this video out. So Sandy Monroe did a tour of the Corning Glass Center in New York. And there were a lot of little interesting tidbits. You know, Sandy Monroe is always excellent when it comes to answering questions that engineers are curious about, because he is in fact an engineer and asking questions that he is, wanting to know the answers to. The gentlemen in this interview, all very important people at the company. They were all very kind, very considerate, very open to answering questions that were not like trade secrets or something like that. So yeah, check this video out. It was very fun. It was also pretty long, so I would say, grab yourself a cup of something and have a seat and relax, because it's going to be a longer video and it's very fun to watch. Alright, so Free Power, like I said, a channel that I don't get to talk about nearly as much as I want to, put out a video that was a documentary from some time ago with Aptera. It's a pretty good video. Like the documentary is well made, it's very fun to watch, interesting to watch, keeps you going through the whole thing. Like there are some times when I see like documentary type videos where I'm kind of like being lulled into a sense of sleepiness. Yeah, so this is not one of those. So if you want to watch a video that's pretty interesting, pretty fun, and is all about Aptera, the link will be below. Aptera was also on NBC Bay Area News for San Francisco. The news coverage was very interesting, and it covered all the high points of what Aptera is and things of that nature. So if you want to see that news story, I've also linked that below. Free Power also was the first to put this out about 47 minutes ago actually, and I wanted to make sure that I got it in the video because I noticed it while I was organizing my video comments and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, good times there. Check it out if you're interested. I thought it was pretty neat as well. Alright, the next thing that I liked was a video by the Aptera Owners Club. They basically did an interview with Chris McCammon, a bunch of really fun insights. If you guys haven't already checked it out, I would say check it out. But it did come out a little while ago, so I'm thinking that most people have checked it out that want to. But yeah, essentially the interview goes over a bunch of little tidbits and questions that Steve had for the tour day thing that they went to. I'm not going to say that thing. I tried, and I know it was... Anyway, yeah, so talked about the tour to something, and yeah, a bunch of other things that that Aptera has been doing recently and things of that nature. So yeah, check it out. Very fun interview, very good interview, well formatted, good questions, good stuff, man. All right, so the last thing that I liked this week was a video that Aptera Owners Club did with respect to the SEC filing for August 2024. That filing had the first inkling of the lawsuit, and that is where I actually learned about it after going to various places on the internet, including Reddit and a ton of legal sites that had me paying money. I was able to research it. As I previously mentioned, the free version, I guess you could say, is going to be linked below, so you guys can all check it out and see the exhibits and understand the context of the complaint from Zaptera. So yeah, I am under the impression that that is the last thing that we're talking about today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know it was a longer video, so thank you for hanging in there. So yeah, do the YouTubey things. Make sure you check those out. To hit the buttons and the clips and the things and the videos that are gonna pop up and the subscribes and yeah, do all that YouTubey stuff. And I will catch you guys next time.